A sheikh from the Levant, history recorded his name among the highest ranks of Palestinian jihad. He disregarded the Sykes-Picot divisions and did not recognize national affiliations. His jihad extended from Syria to Libya, reaching Palestine, where he was a dagger in the side of the Zionist gangs and the occupation project. Sheikh of the Mujahideen, Izz ad-Din al-Qassam. O brothers, it is not important that we win, but what matters above all is that we give of ourselves as a lesson to the nation and future generations. Muhammad Izz ad-Din bin Abdul Qadir al-Qassam was born in the town of Jableh in the Latakia district of Syria in 1883. He grew up there and learned the Quran, writing and arithmetic in its schools. At the age of 14, he traveled to Al-Azhar to study religious sciences, returning after several years to his hometown with a certificate of qualification, becoming a preacher at the Al-Mansuri Mosque. Al-Qassam's thought took significant turns with the transformations that the region underwent in the early 20th century. After Italy's occupation of Libya in 1911, Al-Qassam took to the streets of Syria, urging people to join the ranks of the resistance, and succeeded in sending a group of 250 volunteers to Libya. In 1919, the Sheikh joined the revolution against French colonialism on the Syrian coast and was forced to sell his wife's gold to buy weapons. Al-Qassam then oversaw the planning of operations against the colonizers at the Castle of Zion in Latakia. The French issued a death sentence against him, which forced him to move to Palestine in late 1920, proclaiming one of his most famous slogans, "Isn't Palestine my homeland?" Sheikh Izz ad-Din al-Qassam settled in Haifa, where he continued what he had started, but this time against British colonialism. Since his arrival, he recognized the danger of Zionist settlement and the role played by the British Mandate authorities in reinforcing it. He formed the Qassamite Jihad League and warned against the British Mandate and Jewish plans to circumvent Palestinians and buy their lands. He issued a fatwa prohibiting the sale of land to them, saying, "O people, do not sell the Jews even a single inch of land. Palestine, no matter how heavy the price, whoever sells them or cuts them off from their land, Allah will cut them off as a piece from the fire of hell." It is predicted that in 1931, the League began carrying out guerrilla operations targeting Zionist settlements to stop Jewish immigration to the land of Palestine. In 1935, the number of Jews in the country reached about 62,000, and in the same year, they seized an area estimated at 73,000 dunams of Palestinian land. Al-Qassam called for mobilization for jihad and announced his position in the village of Ya'bad in Jenin, despite not having completed his preparations for battle. The British authorities intensified surveillance on his movements until they cornered him and his companions in the forests of the Al-Qatta area near the village of Nazlet Sheikh Zayed on the 19th of November. They cut off communication between them and the neighboring villages. The British gathered 400 soldiers to confront Al-Qassam and his 16 companions, who asked him to surrender, but he refused and uttered his famous words, "It is either victory in jihad or martyrdom." The battle broke out in the morning and lasted 6 hours until the afternoon. Al-Qassam and his companions killed more than 15 British soldiers during the confrontation. On the 20th of November, Sheikh Izz ad-Din al-Qassam was martyred, becoming the spark that ignited the Great Palestinian Revolution in 1936.